Good morning, everyone. While I appreciate one person saying good morning, usually there's more than one, so let's try it again. Let's start the day off right. Good morning, everyone. That's the energy we want today. I'm here to see someone I care about graduate energy, not let's go to the library energy. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the University of Guelph Convocation ceremony for the College of Social and Applied Human Sciences this morning. Now, before I tell you a bit about the ceremony proceedings itself, I just want you to take a quick moment to identify the emergency exit closest to you in the unlikely event we need to evacuate. I'll let you know where they are. It's quite simple. For those of you up in the bleachers, all of our exits have the green runner symbol that you can see up on the screen. For those of you up in the bleachers, it's quite simple. You go back up to the track and you head over to this door straight outside. Essentially, head for daylight, you'll be fine. For those of you on this half of the floor, in the event of an evacuation, you would proceed to the back corner, out the back door, continue in that hallway to the corner. There is a staircase that takes you upstairs and directly outside. For those of you on this half of the room, there are 3 options: 2 doors at the back, 1 door at the front. All of those doors will take you to the exit you came in this morning, okay? Now, back to convocation. The University of Guelph is honored by our graduates, and we take great pride in this convocation ceremony. In order to allow full attention on convocation, we would ask you to please silence your cell phones or electronic devices, pretty much anything that can make noise during the ceremony. Our colleagues from Alumni Affairs have developed a social media program that they're hosting. It's especially for convocation. We'd ask you to please share your photos, some memories, and perhaps some advice for our new graduates by joining us on social media and using the hashtag #GuelphGrad. Convocation is a time for celebration. It's an opportunity for all of us to come together as a community to honor the success and achievements of our graduates. They've all worked so hard to get here today. You know better than anyone how hard they've worked. It's amazing that we all get to share this experience with them. And the key word really is shared. We're all here together sharing this collective moment, and it's a moment that each of you will remember forever, and every single one of our graduates will never forget. So I'd like to ask that we all work together to help to create a positive atmosphere that both respects and celebrates this momentous occasion for all of our graduates. No pressure whatsoever. Now, before our graduates come in for this momentous occasion, I think it would help for you to learn a little bit more about the convocation itself, so have a look at this video.
Convocation is a momentous occasion and steeped in rich history. The ceremonials used for conferring degrees have evolved over a millennium, and the gowns and hoods represent that history. The gowns for baccalaureate and magisteriate degrees are black, with the hood color differing to represent each degree program. The doctorates at the University of Guelph have bright blue gowns, while the honorary degree recipients have red. The University of Guelph crest represents our institution's specific history. The stallion above represents our connection to the Royal City of Guelph, the book to the liberal arts, the astrolabe to the sciences, and the cornucopia, our connection to abundance and agriculture. The motto for the crest, Rerum cognoscere causas, is a quote from Virgil. It is variously translated to be either "Happy is the one who is able to ascertain the reason of things," or perhaps to know the meaning of things. Now to the ceremony itself. The procession of people into the hall is also influenced by ancient tradition. The graduands will be the first to enter, heralding the start of the ceremony. The graduands will be followed by the arrival of the mace, which will lead the platform party. The mace is a symbol of authority of the university and will be carried by the beadle. In medieval universities, a beadle was chosen by the instructor to work as an assistant. Today, the beadle is the ceremonial officer of Senate. Following the beadle and mace is the chancellor, the president, members of the administration and the honorees, fellows of the university, members of the board and senate, and members of faculty and staff. The ceremony will be organized by college, We will begin with doctorates and magisteriates, followed by the baccalaureate degrees. The name reader will present scholars by degree category. As the name of each student is called, the beadle will place the hood over the recipient's shoulders. This moment will be captured, and there will be a simultaneous live webcast of the event to allow family members and friends to watch from a distance. Each student will pause at center stage, and a photograph will be taken. We understand the joy and excitement accompanying such an auspicious occasion, but we ask that you hold your cumulative applause until after each group of graduands has crossed the stage. We assure you there will be an opportunity for truly thunderous applause before the ceremony ends. Once all the degrees are conferred and all the cheers are cheered, the Chancellor will close the ceremony and a recessional will play. We would ask that you please remain standing during the recessional until the platform party has processed out of the hall, and then remain at your seat for a brief closing announcement about the reception that follows and instructions on a phased dismissal. Welcome to Convocation at the University of Guelph.
Please stand as you're able for the graduating class.
Ani, we give thanks to the Creator. We acknowledge the world around us and understand our place within it. We acknowledge and offer our respect to the many nations that walk this land in the past, the many nations that walk it today, and welcome you to the treaty lands and territory of the Mississaugas of the Anishinaabe. Sacred trust, we are the keepers of this land. She shelters and sustains us. Long after the flesh fails the spirit, we will care for this land. Our drums will be heard upon the wind, our voices in the rustle of the leaf. Our people have a sacred trust for the land, a trust no man may break, a trust that death cannot sever. We were here when you first stepped foot upon this land, and here we will remain long after the last step has disturbed your soil.
As an institution committed to learning, research, and to improving life, we are on a journey of transformative acts towards reconciliation. We acknowledge our role in strengthening relationships with First Nations, Inuit, and Métis peoples, and in upholding our responsibilities as both treaty partners and citizens. We know there's much work to do here and across Canada, and we're dedicated to taking these next steps together towards a brighter future. We would ask you to please remain standing for our national anthem today. This will be performed by Eric Harper.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north, strong and free. From far and wide, O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God, keep our land glorious and free. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. There's a story of a fellow who's running really late to a business meeting in downtown Toronto. He can't find a parking spot and knows the deal will go bust if he's late. After circling the block 7 times with no success, he looks on high and offers a deal. Find me a parking spot and I'll be righteous from now on, I promise. At that very moment, a car pulls out of a space right in front of him. Turning heavenward, he says, "You know what? Scratch that last deal. I found my own spot." That was a joke. Tough crowd this morning. It is a joke, but it carries an important message. We all need to carve a place in our heart to develop a talent to be truly grateful people. You see, a truly grateful person does not need an unexpected windfall to feel a deep sense of gratitude. A genuinely grateful person looks for, finds, and recognizes what others take for granted, the courtesies, kindness, and compassion that fill their lives but go largely unnoticed. I would encourage you to take a few moments each day and consider all those in your life who gave of themselves so you can be the person you are today. For those who turn a corner on this road and see but blessings and opportunities, those are the people that manage a sea change, an enormous turnaround, as the microscope turns from a self-centered focus to the telescope that embraces one and all. All of you have abilities and talents that can have a positive effect on the entire humankind. You need but remember one adage, that the people not like us are still people like us. At this important moment, and for eternity, it is critical to be cognizant that in everyone's life there are a plethora of setbacks, misfortunes, and tragedies. At the same time, there is always an enormous amount we take for granted. As we mature, we recognize the success of virtually every relationship turns on one sentiment, one attitude, and one value. Are we going to be resentful for all we lack, or will we focus on the multitude for which we could be grateful? Are we going to become paralyzed in hardship as we lay blame on others and refuse to take personal responsibility to move on? Or are we going to find the fortitude and courage to label the past as just that, the past, with many tomorrows to conquer and enjoy? Thank you, congratulations, Mazel Tov, and I invite you to be seated.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Marianne Chambers, and it is a pleasure to serve as Chancellor of the University of Guelph. I am a daughter of the Caribbean island of Jamaica. 49 years ago, my husband and I chose Canada to be our home, the place to raise our 2 young sons. I made a commitment then, as I do now, that we would be good for Canada, and Canada would be good for us. I have begun my remarks that way at more than 50 convocation ceremonies over the last 3 years. And whenever I have felt that it was time to stop introducing myself that way, there have been members of the University of Guelph community who have shared their own stories with me and told me how my story has reminded them that we all belong here. And each time that has happened, we have embraced what we have in common, even as we share thoughts of how our countries, our regions of birth, and our own life experiences might be different. Today, we are celebrating much of what we have in common, like our understanding of the importance of dreaming big and working hard to make those big dreams a reality, like the importance of believing in ourselves while supporting others during challenging times and cheering each other on with every little taste of success. Like not taking our sense of community or the pride that we share as Canadians for granted. Like recognizing that we're indeed stronger when we are able to rely on each other. With me on this platform are representatives of the university's senior leadership team, faculty and staff, and members of the university's Board of Governors and Senate, all of whom are here to proudly celebrate what our graduates have achieved. I am truly grateful for their dedication to the personal and professional development and success of our students. Here's just a small sample of why we can all be proud to be members of the University of Guelph community. I'll start with the Lang School. The Lang School of Business and Economics has earned an outstanding reputation for graduating high-caliber, career-ready students. Employers in our co-op programs describe our students as humble, collaborative, and team-focused, and say that they make their organizations stronger. Lang tied with 2 universities in Western Canada for a ranking of #1 in Canada for hospitality education. Their newest programs include an in-person direct entry MBA, an online Bachelor of Commerce in Sport Management, a Master of Real Estate, and 2 programs in collaboration with the College of Engineering and Physical Sciences, a Master of Engineering Management and a Master of Cybersecurity Leadership and Cyberpreneurship, both of which reflect the engineering college's commitment to equipping students for the evolving needs of the engineering profession. At the College of Engineering and Physical Sciences, Alexa Bates, a 4th-year environmental engineering student, has been named one of Canada's top 25 environmentalists under 25. Emma Sanderson, also a 4th-year environmental engineering student, is now president of the Canadian Federation of Engineering Students, representing more than 85,000 students from 50 engineering schools nationwide. I have been truly impressed by what I've observed when I've attended the annual College of Engineering and Physical Sciences Student Research Day. Our scholars are brilliant, and they are learning from the best. Our faculty members are recipients of the top global awards in fields such as sustainability, food, water, and groundwater science, including the prestigious Biesel Research Award from the Humboldt Foundation, one of only 20 or so such awards presented to outstanding academics outside of Germany each year. Dr. Beth Parker has been elected to the US National Academy of Engineering and leads our new Morwick Groundwater Research Center and its team of 45 scientists and engineers, faculty, staff, and students who collaborate with external partners on critical groundwater research. You might already know that 50% of the world's population and 8.9 million Canadians rely on groundwater for drinking water. The city of Guelph relies almost entirely on groundwater. During an intermission at a Shaw Festival theatre production, I overheard a young woman seated behind me proudly reveal to the people next to her that she had studied at the University of Guelph with one of the leading cast members. The young woman behind me said, "Everyone knows about the Agricultural College and the Veterinary College, but few people know about the fantastic theatre studies program at the University of Guelph." So I wasn't at all surprised when my husband and I joined the crowd that filled War Memorial Hall last winter and thoroughly enjoyed the production of Little Shop of Horrors, a musical staged by the College of Arts. The philosophy department of the College of Arts also organized this year's Regional Ethics Bowl, where 11 teams from local high schools competed. The Ethics Bowl emphasizes impartial truth-seeking and promotes collaboration and empathy in the resolution of ethical dilemmas. We certainly know how important that is, especially in today's world. The College of Arts has just completed the first year of its new Bachelor of Creative Arts, Health and Wellness program. OAC, our agricultural college, which is ranked second in Canada for agriculture and forestry, has celebrated its 150th anniversary and welcomed Dr. David McCarthy, the university's first Canada Excellence Research Chair, to its School of Environmental Sciences. The focus for Dr. McCarthy and his research team in the Environmental and Public Health Microbiology Lab is waterborne pathogens, surveillance, prediction, and mitigation. This fall, OVC, our veterinary college, will welcome the first Northern cohort students through its collaborative Doctor of Veterinary Medicine program with Lakehead University. That program has been established in partnership with the Government of Ontario to address the significant need for veterinary care in remote, rural, and northern communities. OVC has maintained its ranking of first in Canada for veterinary science and ranks 6th in the world. CSAS, our College of Social and Applied Human Science, is providing subsidized mental health services to residents of Guelph and beyond, while also offering clinical training for students at our Maplewood Center for Family Therapy and Child Psychology. CSAS has launched 3 new master's level programs in mental health, psychotherapy, and relational and family therapy. CSAS faculty members' success rate for the 2024 Social Sciences and Humanities Research Council Insight Grant Competition was around 70%, far exceeding the national average of 40%. CSAS graduate students are consistently successful in securing national and international scholarships, including the highly prestigious Vanier Graduate Scholarship. I think you're going to have to come back. In the 2024-2025 academic year, the college was able to support students with $1.5 million in awards and scholarships. A large number of CSAS students are participating in various study abroad programs, gaining the kind of experience that will be of great value to them in their careers. And finally, our College of Biological Science, CBS, is home to the world's largest DNA library. CBS's Center for Biodiversity Genomics collected its 15 millionth specimen this year. CBS hosted a very successful symposium for the highly prestigious Gairdner Foundation last June. The symposium explored the role of the microbiome in medicine and nutrition, as well as the impacts of culture and industrialization on our gut microbiomes. The Gairdner Foundation's global reach includes 102 Nobel Prize winners among recipients of its awards. CBS, and indeed the entire University of Guelph, also proudly celebrate Jaden Parker, a student from Bermuda, who will study biodiversity, conservation, and nature recovery at the University of Oxford as a Rhodes Scholar. When he was 13, Jaden's mother who, as a single parent, raised him and his sister, surprised Jaden by enrolling him in a summer volunteer program at the Bermuda Aquarium Museum and Zoo. The rest, as they say, is history. The university environment helps us to learn how to learn, exposing us to life's challenges and life's opportunities. We must never lose our appetite for exploring and learning, whether in formal settings or in our day-to-day interaction with others. Maintaining a growth mindset will help us to dream what could be considered impossible dreams and to appreciate the journey as being as important as the destination. There are many challenges that will continue to need our thoughtful attention, like climate change and food insecurity, global health, and geopolitical instability. Addressing challenges such as these is critical to the survival and sustainability of our planet. Artificial intelligence is also for real, and it calls upon us to value the accuracy of information and how we use data, as well as the importance of ethical approaches to decision-making. Graduates, I mention all of this to remind you that you are building upon a foundation established by high achievers from every college of this university. I hope you have a sense of what is possible. I want you to aspire for greatness. Most of all, I want you to make your lives matter, because our world truly needs you to do so. The world should be a better place because you have lived. So as you embrace the joy and satisfaction of these moments and look with optimism and courage towards the next chapters in your lives, I wish you continued success. And I ask that you remember how you have gotten this far. I am thinking about those who have cared so much about you and have often made significant sacrifices to enable you to dream big. So if you are able to do so, now would be a good time to stand, look around you and behind you, and applaud all who have helped you to get to this point. Thank you. I also know from conversations I've had with students that some have had to work hard under difficult personal circumstances to achieve their dreams. I admire and applaud the strength, resilience, and determination that you have all demonstrated. Not very long ago, you came to this university as students. Today, you are becoming alumni, forever cherished members of the University of Guelph community. I am extremely grateful to members of our university community who provide advice, mentorship, opportunities for co-op placements and experiential learning, or financial support in the form of scholarships, bursaries, and other awards for our students. So, whether you view life through a social justice lens, the curiosity of a scientist, the precision of an engineer, the creative spirit of an artist, or the mindset of a pragmatist, remember, why you chose to pursue a university education. I'd like to believe you did so not only to improve yourselves and your prospects for the future, but also to improve life for others. Please remain close to the University of Guelph, and if at all possible, please do whatever you can to help ensure the success of students who will follow you. This will always be your alma mater. You can be very proud of that. Your university is certainly very proud of you. I wish you all the very best, always.
Good morning. My name is Byron Sheldrick, and I have the honor and privilege to serve as the Associate Vice President Academic here at the University of Guelph. Madam Chancellor, upon the recommendation of the Senate of the University of Guelph, I have the very great honor to present to you Elizabeth Whitmer, the candidate for the degree of Doctor of Laws, honoris causa. Elizabeth Whitmer has been a lifelong public service. Her career has spanned labor, health, the environment, and workplace safety sectors. First elected to the Ontario Legislature in 1990, Ms. Whitmer was recognized as the longest-serving member of provincial parliament when she stepped down in 2012. Her time in office culminated with her appointment as Ontario's Deputy Premier. Ms. Whitmer played a pivotal role in restructuring Ontario's healthcare system more than 25 years ago, helping build a system that was prepared to meet the needs of a changing and aging population. This included introducing multidisciplinary family health networks, mental health reform, modernizing hospitals, and expanding long-term care beds. Ms. Whitmer championed the introduction of the world's first universal flu vaccine program, profoundly impacting public health by reducing flu-related illnesses and deaths. Her contributions, though, go beyond the healthcare sector. Ms. Whitmer worked to transform workplace health and safety in Ontario and committed us to a cleaner energy in Ontario, positioning our province as a leader in environmental sustainability. Ms. Whitmer's passion for education, health, and public service inspired many students and staff. Her mentees have gone on to find senior leadership positions in healthcare, law, business, and politics. She has been characterized as one of the hardest working and most skilled cabinet members in the legislature, taking on challenging files and building positive relationships through respectful dialogue. In November 2023, she was awarded the Order of Ontario for her outstanding achievements and contributions to economic, social, and political life in our province. I now ask you, Madam Chancellor, to confer upon Ms. Elizabeth Whitmer the degree of Doctor of Laws, honoris causa.
By the authority vested in me by the Senate of the University of Guelph, it is my pleasure to admit you to the degree of Doctor of Laws. Congratulations. I will now invite Dr. Elizabeth Whitmer to deliver the convocation address.
Good morning. I'd like to extend a very sincere thank you and appreciation to the University of Guelph for bestowing this honor upon me. I'm really quite touched, and I very much appreciate the honor, and I thank you for it. Good morning, University of Guelph graduates. Yes, it's my job to speak to you and hopefully share some information that will inspire you as you move into your future. It's wonderful to look over this audience of beaming faces who are with us today. Today, graduates, is your day. You have achieved success, and you deserve all of the accolades that you are going to receive. I am happy to share in this special ceremony with you. You might ask, is this my first time at Guelph? No, I've had relationships with your past presidents and your past chancellors, and of course I've had the opportunity to work with your present chancellor. Furthermore, my daughter Sarah, who is here today, graduated from Guelph. So the first time I was here as a proud parent, as many of you are today. For you, today marks the end of one journey or one chapter in your life and the beginning of an exciting new one. Today, as has already been mentioned, is your opportunity to say thank you to your family and your friends who have supported and encouraged you. Today is the day to thank the faculty and the staff who have so capably prepared you for what lies ahead. You, the graduates, have worked hard and persevered to build a brighter and more prosperous future, not only for yourself, but for others. Well, this morning, I want to share some personal insights with you about achieving your goals based upon my own personal journey. Along my journey to becoming a secondary school teacher, an MPP, a cabinet minister, and chair of the Workplace Safety and Insurance Board, there have been barriers to overcome, which you will also encounter. I learned it is important to stay the course and persevere. I learned that it is important to work hard, to believe in yourself, to be courageous, and be prepared to take risks. Indeed, a quote from poet T.S. Eliot, "Only those who will risk going too far can possibly find out how far one can go." It's a reminder of the importance of taking risks to achieve your goals. Why? Each time that you take a risk and you achieve success, it increases your self-confidence and prepares you for opportunities and another risk until you have reached far beyond your comfort zone. So do not always focus on what appears safe, but take risks and prepare yourself for those future opportunities. People continue to ask me to this day, what motivated you to become a member of provincial parliament? Well, I can tell you, when I was 18, a little younger than some of you here, my local member of parliament and provincial treasurer, Charles McNaughton, invited me to attend a political rally in Stratford. I had always had a keen interest in politics, but this rally and further conversations with Mr. McNaughton galvanized my desire to be an MPP just like him. And I stress that, just like him. Why? He was kind and he respected other people. He treated all his constituents the same, regardless of their station in life or their political affiliation, and he had a genuine desire to serve them and improve their lives, something that I have endeavored to do throughout my life in public service. That journey to becoming an MPP included taking my first significant risk that same year. In September, I had dutifully enrolled at Teachers College in London, since my parents, who were hardworking immigrants from the Netherlands, could not financially help me for more than 1 year of education. And I had not been able to earn enough money, even though I had worked since the age of 12, after school, on weekends, and in the summer, and there were just not yet student loans available. However, my dream wasn't just Teachers College. I desperately wanted to attend university, which you have just had the privilege of doing. And so 1 month into the school year, I decided to leave Teachers College and walk across the road to the University of Western Ontario. They accepted me. I informed my shocked parents, who immediately responded by asking, "Where will the money come from?" The next day, my Sunday school teacher, who had become aware of my decision, called to congratulate me and say that she and her husband would financially support me and I could pay them back when I graduated without interest. That generous gesture had an enormous impact on my life and my self-confidence. It encouraged me to take future risks. This included leaving teaching to enter politics, choosing to become Minister of Labor instead of, in my comfort zone, Minister of Education first, seeking to become leader of my party and premier, and making the choice to leave politics to become chair of the Workplace Safety and Insurance Board. I learned along the way, because there was lots of it, failure is okay, and it's good for you, because it strengthens you and provides you with an opportunity to be successful next time. It teaches us that every setback has a comeback. I lost my first election to become an MPP, but I have to tell you, that loss taught me how to win, and the next time I did in 1990, when I achieved my dream of becoming an MPP, as well as the first female MPP elected in the region of Waterloo. Now, as you pursue your journey in life, never abandon the principles and the values that you believe in. My motto has always been, "To thine own self be true." That motto was tested when I became an MPP. You've probably watched the channel sometimes when Parliament is active. And I was pressured by my colleagues to become more partisan, to yell and attack during question period. I refused to do so. In 2012, I once more had an opportunity to take a risk and step out of my comfort zone and familiar routine of 22 years when Premier Dalton McGuinty asked me to become chair of the WSIB. It was a very difficult decision to give up my 22-year career as an MPP, and he asked me to address this challenge of restoring the WSIB with its $14.2 billion unfunded liability. Yes, $14.2 billion, which I will say was an amount that I just couldn't visualize or imagine. He asked me to restore it to financial health in order that it would be sustainable for future generations of workers and employers. I did agree. It was a good decision, and with the support of a wonderful CEO and a wonderful team, we did eliminate the $14.2 billion unfunded liability before I retired in 2022. So, T.S. Eliot was right. Only those who will risk going too far can possibly find out how far one can go. So today, to you, the graduates, I encourage you to do so. And I encourage you to take risks and see how far you can go. Remember, as I said, there will be failures, and conditions are never going to be perfect. But I encourage you to confront the challenges head on. Also remember, every setback allows for a comeback and the ability to pursue your dreams and to achieve your goals. In conclusion, again, I thank the University of Guelph. I am so proud of the honor you bestowed on me today. But I say to you, the graduates who we're recognizing, congratulations. Your hard work has brought you the recognition you are receiving today. I would encourage you to do what you can in order to make the world a better place. A world of opportunities lies ahead of you, and I wish you every success as you embark on the next chapter of your life.
Thank you, Dr. Whitmer, for your inspiring words, and I'm sure your message of believing in yourself, stepping out of your comfort zone, and taking risks will resonate with all of our graduating students today. It may also resonate with some of the parents and family members and even some of the people on the platform party today. So thank you so much for those comments. Graduates, now is the moment you have all been waiting for. Will the graduating class please rise? Madam Chancellor, I have the honor to present to you these scholars who have fulfilled the statutory requirements laid down by the Senate of the University of Guelph that they may be admitted to their various and several degrees.
By virtue of the authority vested in me and in the University of Guelph, it is my pleasure to accept you for admission to your various and several degrees with all the rights, privileges, and obligations appertaining thereto. Congratulations.
Will the members of the graduating class now please be seated?
Good morning, Madam Chancellor, Mr. President, distinguished guests, and our amazing graduates. My name is Jess Haynes, and I'm the Associate Dean Research and Graduate Studies at the College of Social and Applied Human Sciences. What started as the Macdonald Institute in 1903, one of Canada's first women's institutes, has now grown into one of the largest and most diverse colleges at the university. With over 6,000 students studying in various interdisciplinary programs that are highly ranked both nationally and internationally. Although a lot has changed over the last 120 years, one thing has remained the same: our commitment to addressing critical and complex issues facing individuals, families, communities, and our world through integrated scholarship that is based on rigorous research, student-centered learning, and engagement with people and communities. As an interdisciplinary college renowned for applied research, and as the university's Center for Community-Engaged Scholarship, we provide our graduates with more than just knowledge. We provide them with an opportunity to combine their passion with applied learning opportunities where they can develop the hands-on skills needed to address wicked problems related to justice, inequality, social change, health, and the environment. These applied learning opportunities also help students build resilience and a growth mindset through overcoming adversity. They stimulate students' creativity, nurture their passion, and help them build lifelong relationships. This is all focused on ensuring that each one of our students achieve their full potential and flourish both inside and outside the university. To our new graduates, I am delighted and proud of your achievement after many years of hard work. Today, I join your family to celebrate this important milestone in your lives and the fact that you are an engaged and well-informed graduate, primed to be involved and shape the communities and the world around you. Madam Chancellor, I have the honor now to present you these scholars from the College of Social and Applied Human Sciences so that they may be admitted in their various and several degrees.
Before we begin, I just want to congratulate Dr. Whitmer.
and say, as someone who has lived in the riding of Waterloo for the entirety of your 2 decades of public service, congratulations today, and it's been a pleasure to be in Waterloo with you. Congratulations. Graduating from the College of Social and Applied Human Sciences with the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Honors Program. Lauren Aboud. Nazlakan Adinur. Sarah Allenson with distinction. Eve Antonitis with distinction. Jackson Archbold with distinction. Elizabeth Marilyn Armagan. Charlotte Arndt with distinction. Olivia Aziz with distinction. Ethan Bailey. Jasmeet Kaur Bajwa with distinction. James Charles Barker. Keelan Barnes with distinction. Olivia Gemma Louise Barron with distinction. Abigail Chelsea Bavoda with distinction. Josh Baxter with distinction. Adam Douglas Bell with distinction. Jessie Marissa Brooke Berdugo with distinction. Pavdeep Bangu. Ethan Bhattacharya. Reese Blake with distinction. Leah Bogadi with distinction. Olivia Leanne Bouchard with distinction. Aria Bozokmeri. Ethan Evan Brazil. Emily Britton with distinction. Hallie Brophy with distinction. Carly Elizabeth Bruzzese with distinction. Jasmine Bryan with distinction. Elodie Cabot. Danielle Simone Callahan with distinction. VN Cameron Leonard with distinction. Jessica Nicole Carlin with distinction. David Chikuchi. Bailey Ann Chadwell. Trisha Chasavang. Zoe Edith Chapman. Victoria Kraust. Charlotte Chubak. Julia Cholfi. Kimberly Grace Clark with distinction. Charlotte Sophie Cohen with distinction. Alyssa Coleman. Haley Lynn Costain with distinction. Emily Cote. Caroline Grace Coyle with distinction. Elijah Cruz. Nicole Patricia Cudmore with distinction. Roman Sifko with distinction. Sarah Page Danbrook with distinction. Cassidy Derichuk with distinction. Noah D. Acetis. Dylan DeLonge. Alyssa Del Balso. Leah DeRouche with distinction. Abigail Elizabeth DeWitt. Punya Damija. Raquel Ann DiPietro. Kyra Dukovac with distinction. Megan Dumoulin. Ruby Duquette with distinction. Praise Otiwo Elamimian. Peyton Ferdinand with distinction. Clara Nancy Flynn with distinction. Sydney Alexandra Friel. Gabrielle Wisdom French. Heather Fry with distinction. Sarah Fudem with distinction. Noel J. Blanza Galang. Sophia Gastis. Garrett Nolan Gasquire. Karm Singh Gill. Victoria Goydich. Melinda Gonsalves Villegas with distinction. Nainika Gopal. Eric Daniel Grenier with distinction. Jane Hall with distinction. Troy Hennekam with distinction. Emmylou Henchka with distinction. Jeffrey Kenneth Gorman Hesh. Danait Habte Ibtuzgi. Morgan Olivia Higgins. Caitlin Hollins. Amelia Howie with distinction. Taylor Hume. Emily Hussey. Adebola Idowu. Macy Parker Ince with distinction. Adele Ingram Ewing with distinction. Caitlin Elizabeth Jackson. Fiona Catherine Magson Jagalewski. Udita Jane with distinction. Caitlin Johnston with distinction. Natalie Judkins with distinction. Vanessa Kerr. Delina Unguse Kuflom. Lauren Elizabeth Klausuk. Stefan Kleisch. Kendra Knott with distinction. Renata Kolarek Blas. Chloe Kostinik with distinction. Peter Kotsopoulos. Sophia Bethany Kushla. Brianna Kustermans with distinction. Jordan Kyriakides. Elisha Labresh Notarandrea. Shura Jonah Ladejansky with distinction. Heidi Mia Lamoth. Avery Ignatia Lampman with distinction. Emily Lancia. Rachel Ann Larkman with distinction. Megan Latosky with distinction. Amanda Deborah Law with distinction. Miranda Lazar. Dylan Jackson Lee. Nathan Alexander Lefebvre Watkowski with distinction. Talia Levine with distinction. Maya Liddell with distinction. Angelina Fernanda Lima. Megan Elizabeth Lowe with distinction. Jessica Helen Lynch with distinction. Ian Alexander McDougall. Ava Gabriela McFarland Cifuentes with distinction. Callista Mackay with distinction. Jillian Lee Mackay with distinction. Leah McCrae. Gursimran Kaur Mann with distinction. Sasha Valerie Mata with distinction. Ilissa May. Maya Mazloum. Gabriela Matza. Sorry, that was Gabriela Matza with distinction. My mistake. Emma Kate Ragazzo Matze with distinction. Madeline McBride. Jake McFadden with distinction. Jonathan Robert McGeekin. Sarah McGrath. Naomi Baker McInnes with distinction. Hannah McIntosh. Liam Alexander McMullen. Mitchell Medellin. Ethan Meyer with distinction. Ashley Medell with distinction. Jamie Middleton with distinction. Anthony Charles Migiani with distinction. McKenna Millen with distinction. Rachel Moulton with distinction. Kirk Mugi with distinction. Ella Maraca with distinction. Olivia McCain Murakami with distinction. Eva Music with distinction. Priyamvada Nagar with distinction. Thomas William Nagy. Jonathan Maxwell Morin with distinction. Navya Narwal with distinction. Cassandra Neville with distinction. Sophia Olave. Angelica Gabrielle Oram with distinction. Erica Carla Pacheco with distinction. Nicole Grace Palada. Crystal Palmer with distinction. Matthew Sungil Park. Caitlin Anna Parks with distinction. Michael Petropoulos. Shane Stephen Pfeiffer with distinction. Lydia Enright Pillar-Tahi. Mia Parker Pistore with distinction. Julian Pida. Connor Pond with distinction. Danielle Jenny Pound with distinction. Derek John Price. Esther Hope Pridmore. Trenton James Prosick with distinction. McKinley Pugh with distinction. Harjot Kaur Rahul with distinction. Juliet Grace Rainville. Sujata Ramlachand. Priya Ramnarayan. Rachel Olivia Rankin with distinction. Claudia Lee Raymond Walker. Genevieve Alessandra Reguli with distinction. Cassandra Frances Riggs. Sophia Rodriguez Ocana. Gwendolyn Page Rosamond. Anastasia Roshanian. Saskia Isla Roth with distinction. Mary Kelly Russo with distinction. Griffin Sadler. Reem Saloom with distinction. Darius Akio Sasaki with distinction. Holly Schelling. Mason Daniel Sherm. Jack Service Hunter Scott with distinction. Jessica Rose Secondino. Asia Seligman. Christina Semyanov. Katrina Senyuk with distinction. Bhuvesh Sharma. Anastasia Schleppen. Sophie Soleil Moisson Shepherd with distinction. Chrissy Sermis with distinction. Kara Slack with distinction. Janessa Smart with distinction. Nathaniel Smith with distinction. Olivia Ray Smith. Alexis Diane Snyder. Rihanna Steinka. Aiden Stern. Logan Victoria Stimson with distinction. Bradley David Strutt. Stephanie Svikauskis with distinction. Phoebe Tadros with distinction. Karine Takush. Sabrina Nicole Tamilia with distinction. Nicole Texera with distinction. Emily Thierette with distinction. Sawyer Thompson Brown with distinction. Amber Lauren Tour with distinction. Simmer Tour. Anthony Louis Kassan Turjuman. Alexandra Urban with distinction. Jacob Uradil. Ian Van Donnick. Adam Vanny. Isabella Maria Van Orscott. Maya Vivian Vaz with distinction. Michaela Kamenova Vitanova with distinction. I got to number 231 before we needed water. Riley Walroth with distinction. Madeline Walford. Olivia Waller with distinction. Kyla Warren with distinction. Courtney Weatherall with distinction. Bradley William Stephen Webb. Cameron Kenneth James West. Sophie Wenham. Matthew William White with distinction. Rylan Jacob White. Alexander Gordon Wishart. Michelle Wilk with distinction. Cassia Winkles with distinction. Samantha Witek with distinction. Zoe Ann Wood Fawcett with distinction. Michael Adam Woodhouse. Aiden Wright with distinction. Brittany DeJohnne Wright. Kellen Ray Chen Young with distinction. Andrew Vincent Zamet with distinction. Chloe Ziccaro. Christina Zurich with distinction. Graduating from the College of Social and Applied Human Sciences with the degree Bachelor of Arts, General Program. Ashir Ali. Baxter Wallace Andrew. Bardia Askari. Jasmine Baines. Luke Bignell with distinction. Liam James Breen Groves. Shannon Jean Byrne. Amelia Chapman. Alisa Mary Ellen Cleve. Henry John Connor Cook. Heidi Cowan. Lauren Marie Kuzitar. Joel Cuthbert with distinction. Hannah Kate D'Souza. Aiden Scott Dobson. Sarah Louise Donnell. Alyssa Dyrus. Sayeda Komal Fatima. Ted Flanagan. Aspen Taylor Gallant. Christopher Gabriel Gallo. Olivia Katerina Grande. Christopher James Fontana Hart. Hannah Mary Hawkins with distinction. Tavon Henry. Emily Victoria Illich. Manmeet Kaur. Lucas Anthony Kelly. Galen Claudio Kilgannon. Allison Kovacs. Ben Lane. Nicole Lynn Luxton. Leah Megan McDougall. Connor Aaron Miller. Jed Clive Milner. Selena Monardo. Holly Caroline Kirtland Moore. Ryan Ogilvie with distinction. Nicholas Oyansivo. Jessica Asha Pajak. Michael Christian Pollock. Merrick Pavlas. Jordan Lila Rainville. Hannah Rankin. Ritvik Rao. Calvin Jasper Richards DeRushi. Kelowna May Roger. Hunter Ronahan. Craig Sherrington. Danielle Silverberg. Madison Pelche Sousa. Peter Stefanik. Owen Sterling. Amanda Alana Surjbali. Alexandria Sabo. Ryan Grace Thomas. Helen Vinchev. Lauren Waslick. Taylor Josephine Watson. Abigail Catherine Wilson. Ashton Ann Zimmerman. At the beginning of the ceremony in the video, the voice in that video, which was me, told you there would be a moment in the ceremony for truly thunderous applause. And this is that moment.
What a wonderful and jubilant way to begin the day. Congratulations to everyone, all our graduates, to your families, the friends, the supporters. You should all be so incredibly proud. Sometimes we speculate as to which ceremony will be the most jubilant, maybe even a little rowdy. No one is beating today. So congratulations. Madam Chancellor, I would ask you now to confer the various and several degrees on the graduates listed in the program, but unable to be present at today's ceremony.
So by the virtue of the authority vested in me by the University of Guelph, I confer the various and several degrees in absentia on the graduates not present.
Hello, everyone. My name is Rennie Van Acker, and I have the privilege of being the interim president and vice chancellor here at the University of Guelph. And it's an honor to celebrate our graduates here today, the class of 2025. And graduates, we're just about there. As we near the close of today's celebration, we want to take a moment to acknowledge the incredible journey you've been on, and also to say thank you. Your time here has been marked by growth, challenge, discovery, and more than a few unforgettable moments, I'm sure. You showed up for each other, offering notes from a missed class or quietly sharing study space, bonded by caffeine and deadlines. You became regulars on the bus, perhaps, or early mornings, half asleep, late nights, half frozen. You may have pulled all-nighters or up late in the McLaughlin Library or sleeping in the McLaughlin Library, woken up by the closing alarm that blared overhead. You made friends who I'm sure now feel like family to you. You've danced during O Week, painted the canon, maybe became a trivia night regular, even if your team never quite figured out the lyrics to any song before 2005. You worked hard and played hard, and while I could keep listing the moments that made up your time here, we thought we'd show you instead.
Your time here wasn't just about the work, but we know there was lots of that. Lectures, labs, papers, and study groups. And it wasn't all about the fun. But we know there was lots of that. It could have been more about the people. The roommates, the friends, the professors, and classmates. But what we know for sure is, your time here was about you. Do you remember who you were that first day? You were definitely younger, maybe a little nervous and excited. You were trying to figure out where your next class was, what the next week would look like. And slowly, you conquered course after course, completed each semester, each year. It wasn't easy. For many of you, it wasn't even linear. But you're here. So how did you change? Along the way, you made friends.
We're going to the Frosty Mug.
You might have even fallen in love. You learned how to take care of yourself, whether it was making a meal or managing your bills. You certainly learned how to manage your time. Some of you came here with an idea of who you wanted to be, while others, it was a process of self-discovery. Today, at the end of it all, we know you chose to spend your time here at the University of Guelph, and we chose you. You became part of our campus and community, through learning and connecting, by cheering and working, and today, by graduating. How you choose to spend your time now is full of possibilities. You came to the University of Guelph to get future ready, and as a graduate, as alumni, this place will always be here to remind you of who you were and who you are today.
What you saw captures the heart of your time here at Guelph, not just the big milestones, but the ordinary days that became extraordinary because of the people you spent them with. And here's what we hope you carry with you. You chose the University of Guelph, and we chose you. You didn't just learn here, you lived here. You built community, challenged norms, and you brought life to this campus. And no matter where your path leads from here, the University of Guelph is part of your story now, and you will always be a part of our story. As you embark on your new journey, remember that you have the power to shape the future, contribute to a better, more just, and sustainable world. The world does need your talent, your energy, and your compassion. We are incredibly proud of all of you, and we eagerly await the remarkable achievements you will accomplish in the years to come. We're very excited for your future, and know that the University of Guelph will always be your home. Congratulations, class of 2025.
So just a quick announcement on how the closing stages of Convocation are going to go. In just a moment, I'm going to invite our bagpiper, Barry, front and center, and he will begin playing those beautiful bagpipes and escort our platform party out of the Convocation Hall. Now, traditionally, our new graduates would follow the platform party out of the hall, but we're going to hold you here for a moment, and you're going to leave to different music, and I'll explain that in a moment. We call that a tease. Friends and family, your instinct after the graduates leave is going to be to get up and get out of here as quickly as possible. I would encourage you not to do that, because I can almost assure you, you will end up behind a locked door somewhere and not get to where you want to go. So just stick with me here for about 2 minutes. I will explain how to get to the reception and give the grads an unobstructed route to get over there first so they can meet you. Okay? So stick with me for 2 minutes and I'll explain where you're going. So with that, we'll invite Barry front and center. And we have a beautiful tradition here at the University of Guelph that the final word on Convocation shall always come from our Chancellor.
This convocation ceremony is concluded.
Convocation is concluded. Please stand as you're able for the exit.